Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, has once again found herself at the center of a media storm, this time not for her fashion choices or Netflix deals, but for the alleged fallout from her recent visit to wildfire victims in California. Sources close to the situation claim that the Duchess's visit, intended as a gesture of compassion and support, instead left a trail of hurt, confusion, and even resentment among those she sought to help. Now, before you grab your pitchforks, let me preface this by saying I'm not one for palace conspiracies or tabloid gossip. I'm simply reporting what I've been hearing from reliable sources, people who were directly involved in the situation. Apparently, the visit was initially met with enthusiasm. The victims, many of whom had lost everything in the devastating fires, were understandably grateful for any attention, any show of solidarity from someone of Markle's stature. The Duchess, ever the performer, arrived with her entourage, cameras in tow, and a carefully crafted narrative of empathy and support. She posed for photos with the displaced families, listened to their harrowing stories, and even offered words of comfort and encouragement. But behind the scenes, a different story was unfolding. According to my sources, the Duchess's visit was anything but seamless. Her demands were seemingly endless. She insisted on specific accommodations, organic meals, and even a personal stylist to ensure she looked picture-perfect amidst the devastation. Local officials, already stretched thin by the disaster relief efforts, were reportedly overwhelmed by the Duchess's entourage and their seemingly endless requests. Furthermore, the victims themselves felt somewhat used. The Duchess, it seems, was more interested in capturing the perfect Instagram moment than genuinely connecting with the people she was supposed to be helping. The carefully staged photo ops, the scripted speeches, and the constant attention from the media created a sense of intrusion and discomfort among the already traumatized victims. Some even felt that the Duchess's presence had inadvertently turned their personal tragedy into a public spectacle. The fallout from the visit was swift and dramatic. Local officials, initially grateful for the attention, began to express their frustration with the Duchess's demands and the disruption caused by her entourage. Some even went as far as to publicly criticize the visit, claiming that it had done more harm than good. The victims themselves, initially hopeful, were left feeling disillusioned and exploited. The Duchess's carefully crafted image of compassion, it seemed, had crumbled under the weight of reality. Now, I understand that this is a highly sensitive issue. It's easy to dismiss these claims as mere gossip, as petty complaints from ungrateful victims. But I urge you to consider the source. These are not anonymous whispers or tabloid rumors. These are first-hand accounts from people who were directly involved in the situation. People who, despite their suffering, were willing to speak out about their experience. Of course, it's possible that these accounts are exaggerated, that the reality was less dramatic than portrayed. But even if the details are slightly off, the underlying message remains the same. The Duchess's visit, intended as a gesture of compassion, ultimately fell short of its intended goal. It left a trail of hurt, confusion, and resentment in its wake, raising serious questions about her motives and her ability to truly connect with those in need. Look, I'm not saying the Duchess is a bad person. I'm sure she genuinely wanted to help. But sometimes, the best intentions can have unintended consequences.